We got to back that up. Sorry, Kelly.
No worries.
Hey, guys, we're here. We got to give you your intro music, Kelly. Let's go.
Okay. Oh.
All right. Allow me to introduce Kelly Predmesky, proud manager for Celestial Cruises, big time Celestial Cruises, the Greek specialist.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, well, I live down in West Palm Beach, Florida. I have been with Celestial for a little over 4 years now, and I've been working in travel for over 16 years. So I am obsessed with traveling. It's like in my DNA, and I've gotten to go to Greece probably, gosh, I think it's like 6 times now since I started working with Celestial Cruises, and it's just like an incredible destination.
Wow, you're making us all jealous. You're making us all jealous. So we're going to jump right into it. Let's deal with the big elephant in the room right now. COVID is on a decline, but it's still pretty prevalent in some areas. Tell us a little bit about what Celestial is doing to combat COVID-19.
Yeah, I mean, we actually just resumed our cruise operations April 18th. So we've been cruising now for about a month, and we have all our protocols in place. You are required to be vaccinated and boosted to cruise with us. And of course, you still have to wear a mask while you're on board and on the coaches for excursions. And also, one thing that we're doing is you actually have to bring, you have to get a test the day before the cruise and have your negative result with you in order to embark. So that also kind of helps the embarkation process be a lot smoother this year than it was last year, because there's no, for the most part, there's no testing at the port. It's already been done. Because that was a whole undertaking, you can imagine.
Right.
So we do, social distancing on board. Even in normal times, we never sail at max capacity. For example, on our 7-night cruises, we have a max capacity of 1,200 guests. So even in normal times, we're sailing at 800 to 900 guests. So we always kind of have room to build in the social distancing. We have, hand sanitizer everywhere. We have thermal body temperature scanners that you can take next to every elevator to take your temperature every day. But we've been operating safely. The health and safety of all of our guests, our crew, and the communities that we visit is our number one priority.
Wow, well, that's great. Well, that's a great way to address the elephant in the room. You really beat them up right there. I like that.
Yeah.
So you guys are known for Greece and Greece experience, and that's what separates you from other cruise lines. Get into what you guys do in Greece and why you guys are known for being a Greek specialist.
Yeah, I think like the best way to describe what Celestial Cruises does is we are Greek island cruising the Greek way. The whole point of flying like on that 9 or 10 hour flight all the way to Athens and getting on board a cruise is to experience and immerse yourself in Greece. It's not to be on a regular cookie cutter cruise where it feels like you're at home on board. You want to be feeling like you're experiencing the culture of Greece. And with us, we really deliver that in multiple ways, whether you're off the ship or on the ship. We create and design very port-intensive itineraries that are a great mix of the big blockbuster islands that you have probably heard of, but we also take you to those hidden gems that you might be less familiar with, the smaller ports that a lot of the bigger cruise lines can't get into. So that way you see a much broader, you have a much broader experience of what Greece is really like. We can go to places like Milos. This is my favorite. It's almost no other cruise lines go there because it's such a small island, and Travel and Leisure magazine named it the #1 most beautiful island in the world. So
What?
we
Hold
take
on,
you
hold on. Back
to
up.
the heart of
Hold
Greece.
hold on. Back up.
Yeah.
You said it's the #1 rated island in the world?
Travel and Leisure magazine voted it the #1 most beautiful island in the world this year.
Milos?
Yes.
Wow. And how many
And we
cruises
go
do
there.
you have going there?
What's that?
How many cruises do you actually have going to Milos?
We have our most popular itinerary, our 7-night idyllic Aegean sailing goes to Milos. And it's actually, I love the way that we have teed this up. So it's actually the last port of call on the itinerary, because when you go to Greece with us, you see a lot. You are checking bucket listings off your list. You know, there's so much to see. It's a very active cruise. So by the end, you want a chill day, and Milos is the place where you can go out on a boat. This is my favorite. We have this incredible optional excursion where you go out on what looks like a pirate ship for the day, and it takes you to some of the most beautiful swimming spots in Milos, because a lot of the beaches you can only get to by boat. So we go to this place called Kleftiko Beach, where there's all these caves, and the water is like the clearest, most turquoise water you've ever seen in your life. And you can swim off the boat through some of these caves. Like you can go in and come out the other side. But when you get in the cave, it's bioluminescent. So the water is like glowing, and it's incredible. So we take you to 2 different beaches. There's this other beach that we go to called Sarakaniko Beach on Milos, and it's known as Moon Beach. See, I'm telling you all of the Greek secrets. Like Sarakaniko Beach is unlike anything I've ever seen in my life. They call it Moon Beach because Milos is actually one of the 4 volcanic islands of the Greek islands. And so the landscape is super dramatic and completely different than all of the other places that we go to. So a lot of the island, you can see all of the different layers of volcanic rock. It's like red, white, and also different colors. And Moon Beach looks like you've landed on the moon. There's all of these incredible rock formations that have been eroded by like the sea and the salt and the wind, and even caves. You'll see people cliff jumping, like the water kind of snakes back in through the rock crevices where people go swimming in crystal clear water. It's spectacular. So that is like one of the amazing optional excursions we offer in Milos.
Wow. You know, your energy is magnetic. Everyone that's watching this podcast right now wants to go to Greece, and they want to go with you. They want to go with you because you know where to go. I can tell you that right now, man. But okay, so tell me what's included when you go on the Celestial Cruise.
Let me kind of weave all this together for you, because how the other ways that we're Greek, of course, you actually get 2 included excursions with us. So we're automatically showing you some of the best Greek highlights. We're talking about, like, we include a guided tour of the Acropolis of Lindos on the island of Rhodes, which is known for being one of the most well-preserved medieval cities in all of Europe. It's actually an old walled medieval city. It dates back to like the era of the Crusades and the Knights of St. John. So there's all this spectacular history there. So that's included for you. We include a guided tour of the ancient site of Ephesus in Kuşadası, Turkey. So we're talking about going back to like biblical times, walking on Roman roads. Like Cleopatra literally walked the same road you get to walk. It's spectacular. So those 2 things are included for you on our idyllic Aegean cruise. We, of course, feed you delicious Greek food when you're on board with us, which you don't get with other cruise lines. This is one of the things that makes us special, because when you're on a cruise in Greece, you want to eat like the locals do, and you miss out on that with other cruise lines. So with us, we know people have a lot of different food preferences. So we do have continental options, but on our menus each day, you're going to see the little Greek flag next to the traditional Greek recipes so that if you want to eat like a local, you can order the Greek options with us. So things like moussaka, which is amazing, pasticcio, baklava, which is on the dessert menu every night. And we actually have a specialty restaurant on board as well that's in collaboration with a Greek American celebrity chef. Her name is Diane Kochilis. And if you need some food travel inspo, she has a TV show on PBS called My Greek Table. So she has actually designed a set 6-course Greek tasting menu for us on board in our specialty restaurant, which is awesome. I got to eat it just like 2 weeks ago when I was on board.
That sounds amazing. That sounds amazing. Okay. Well, a lot of travelers that have journeyed to Greece, they want to do it themselves. They want to fly to Greece. They want to fly to Athens because that's the major airport. And then they want to go around themselves.
Yep.
Why should they choose Celestial Cruises instead of doing it themselves?
So, a few different reasons. The biggest one being the Greek islands. If you want to see the Greek islands, which there's so many to choose from, there's like over 600 Greek islands. Oh, there's so many.
I didn't know that.
And so if you do it by yourself, most people, because they don't have all the time in the world, they're limited to picking Athens and like 2 islands. And you're missing out on seeing all Greece has to offer because all of these different islands that we go to are truly so unique from each other. They're not like just all visiting the same island. Crete is covered by 30 million olive trees. Santorini has the blue domes. Mykonos has like incredible nightlife. Like Rhodes is medieval. These are all truly unique places. And if you are trying to do it by yourself, you're limiting yourself to just seeing 2 places, which hurts my heart because Greece has so much to offer. And the other thing is you are going to have to take ferries or fly between all of these places if you're trying to do it by yourself. And you're wasting so much time. Whereas with us, it really allows you to maximize your time and your money because we're in a different port each day and we're essentially sailing while you're sleeping. So you're not wasting valuable time. You wake up somewhere new each day and you get to maximize your time in each place. Now, the other reason is you also get to maximize your money. Staying in hotels on some of these islands in the summer is insane. We're talking hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars per night for some of these places. And with Celestial Cruises, we really allow you to spend your money on the actual experiences you want to have in these places because since we're all inclusive, we're including your 3 meals a day. You get unlimited drinks with us, beer, wine, liquors, everything's included. You get the 2 excursions and then all the gratuities. And you're essentially using our cruise ship like a floating hotel to get around the islands, right? Well, our cruises are priced incredibly. I mean, right now, you can get one of our cruises.
Talk to them.
Because you're with Cruise Planners, you can get a 7-night cruise starting under $1,000 per person right now. You couldn't get 2 hotel nights for that price in Santorini.
Hold on. You just can't brush by $1,000 for a week. You can't brush by. We need you to elaborate.
So that's not including air. That's just including the cruise. Okay. There are incredible deals for this summer. So I need to know where my adventurous travelers are who are desperate to get passport stamps. You need to dust the passport off and get back out there because there's a whole world to see. So under $1,000, they need to call you for pricing because it's special since you're part of Cruise Planners.
That's right.
So that includes your 3 meals a day, beer, wine, liquor, 2 excursions, and all the gratuities.
Okay, now hold on. under $1,000, 1 week. Let's go the itinerary.
Yes.
First day, where? Second day, where? What's included?
So just to stress, this does not include flights. So you have to take care of your flights. And if you want to come to Athens early, you need to take care of that with Tim as well. But this itinerary shows you the best of the Greek islands. So first, it starts and ends into Athens. So that's how you would book your flights, Athens round trip. The first stop is called Thessaloniki. Now, this is how you know we're Greek, because we're showing you the real Greece. Have you ever Thessaloniki?
I've never heard of Thessaloniki.
Exactly. Thessaloniki is the second largest city in Greece, and it's actually not an island. It's in northern Greece, and UNESCO just named Thessaloniki a designated city of gastronomy because its culinary scene is so unique and special. I love to eat. I don't know about you, Tim, but I will eat my way through Greece. And so what makes Thessaloniki so unique is because it's in northern Greece. It's like the crossroads of where the east meets the west. It's near the Balkans. It's near Turkey. Think of all the ancient traders dating back in time that crisscross through this area. So what it's done is it's created a melting pot of flavors that don't exist anywhere else in Greece, which is pretty awesome. It's also the land of Alexander the Great. It's tons of Byzantine history. So there's lots of really cool facets of Thessaloniki to explore.
Okay, hold on 1 second. We have Miss Maxwell. She says, so Timothy, I'm going to need pricing for air and cruise to see what this is looking like. So you're being very effective, Kelly. Very effective.
Okay. So after Thessaloniki, this is where we go to Kuşadası, Turkey, where the ancient ruins of Ephesus are. So we include your guided tour of Ephesus as part of the cruise. You automatically get that. Now, my favorite thing that we also include as part of this tour is we actually stop at a traditional Turkish rug making co-op, because Turkish rugs are one of the longest standing art forms in Turkey. They're hand woven on a loom, like with silk. And it's also one of the biggest exports from Turkey. So we stop at this co-op because the government actually gives them money to keep, so that they pass this tradition on to the younger generations so that it doesn't go away and it stays like in their society. So we learn all about the art of making Turkish rugs. They show you literally what the silkworm cocoons look like, and they take the silk, they like extract it from the silkworm. And I learned, this is nuts, a silkworm cocoon can produce 1 mile of silk.
Yeah?
Yep.
Well, we need to get a silkworm over here, Miles. I want a silkworm.
We learn all about the whole process. We get to drink some Turkish tea and Turkish wine while they're showing us all these incredible works of art. And they put out a traditional buffet of Turkish metzes, which are like kind of small shared plates. So that is all included for you that day.
Okay. This is to give the audience a picture, because some people are just tuning in. Miss Boyd is just tuning in. Chris Fields is just tuning in. Reggie Hennigan is tuning in. We have Trevor Montgomery, Leslie Henderson. We have Green. We have Nat Turner. We have a lot of people on here. So what I wanted to let them know is that this cruise that Kelly is talking about is under $1,000 for 7 days in Greece. It doesn't include the flights to Athens. Once you get to Athens, you get on the boat. So now we are on the second leg. What is the third leg of the cruise?
So after Kuşadası, we go to the medieval island of Rhodes. So that's where you have your second included excursion.
One more thing, Kelly.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt you. I have a question by Miss Henderson. Okay. Where did you board from?
From Athens, Greece.
In Athens, Greece, Miss Henderson. Okay, continue.
So Rhodes, we have your second included excursion, and we do a guided tour of the old walled city of Rhodes, which is right next to the port. And then we go about 45 minutes on the bus to this beautiful town called Lindos. And it's like all on this hillside a town that's kind of like winding up this hill. And there's these stairs. You start in town and you take them almost 300 steps all the way to the top where the incredible Acropolis of Lindos is. And you can see the bluest water for as far as you can see. And there is the temple to Athena, which is dating back to like 300 BC. It's incredible. So we also stop at a ceramic artist studio because throughout the Greek islands and especially in Rhodes, ceramics are huge. They have a long-standing tradition in this part of the world. So we learn about the ceramic making process and they do a really cool demonstration for us. And a lot of people, when you go to Greece, you end up wanting to buy art. I love buying art when I travel. So this is a great local business that you can support if that's something you're interested in. Because also his wife and his daughter do all the hand painting. So you can see how they make their art. I loved it. I'm into art. I'm an artsy person. So I really like this part of the excursion.
Wow.
Let's see. Next, we go.
We have a question that came in from Miss Maxwell. The $1,000 pricing per person, does that include the excursions?
You get 2 included.
Okay. You get 2 excursions with that, Miss Maxwell. And what are those excursions?
It's the guided tour of ancient Ephesus and the guided tour to the medieval city of Rhodes and then the Acropolis of Lindos on Rhodes.
Okay, now continue.
Yeah,
I just want to make sure because we're a little interactive on this podcast, so we have a lot of people that want to ask questions.
I love it. What's next? Crete is the next stop on the itinerary.
Crete.
Now Crete is all the furthest south that we go. It's the largest of all the Greek islands, and literally the ancient Minoan civilization, which is said to be the very first civilization on the entire continent of Europe, comes from the island of Crete. So there's a few different incredible things to do there. You can go to the ancient site, the Palace of Knossos, where the Minoan civilization was founded, if you're an archaeology history person. If you want more of a taste of like what the culture is really like, I love going into the countryside. We have an incredible optional excursion that will take you into the beautiful countryside. You have to understand that like 40% of Crete is covered in olive trees, so it's all rolling green hills covered in olive trees and also vineyards. So we go out into the countryside. You get to meet my friend, Mr. Vasilius, who tells you all about his family's winery that's been in their family for like generations. And they also, a lot of families in Crete and throughout Greece actually make their own raki, which is kind of like Greek moonshine. And so you learn about
raki. What is raki?
It's kind of like moonshine, but like the Greek version. So they make it themselves.
I'm going.
Yes. So you learn about why they make it. It's not just getting drunk to them. They use it as medicine, like local medicine there. So you learn all about these kind of little unique traditions that they have. And his family does a traditional Cretan folk dance for us. And then while they're dancing, you're eating olives, their amazing local cheeses, their yogurts, their breads, you're drinking their wine, you're drinking their raki, and you're going to get ready to do some Greek dancing yourself. So,
okay, I have a question. So how long, because we've been on a lot of the audience here, they've been on a lot of cruises where they may stop in the Bahamas, but they might be only for 6 hours. It's hard to do excursions like that. So how long are you on these islands?
So most of the stops, you're there all day. Now, the Crete stop is a little unique. We're there from 7 a.m. until noon. But the excursion I just described to you, we offer it in that frame time. And that's why I recommend it, because it truly captures the essence of Crete.
Okay.
So then after Crete, we sail in that afternoon. Since we leave Crete at noon, we sail to Santorini, which is high up on everyone's list.
Santorini, I have a customer named Tasha Boyd. She wanted to go to Santorini so bad. We had to move it to next year probably. She'll probably be on one of these cruises. Tell us about Santorini. Everyone's talking about Santorini. Everyone's talking about
it. Santorini is like straight out of a postcard. Like all the photos that you've seen, it really looks like that. It's also a volcanic island. So a lot of people don't realize, they're like, think Greece beaches, but in Santorini, it's all about the views. It's not necessarily about beaches because it's all high up on cliffs. So it's all about the views you're seeing from the villages that are on top of the cliffs of Santorini. It's called the caldera because Santorini is actually a volcano. And about 3,500 years ago, there was a significant volcanic eruption, historic, that pretty much happened, and the middle of Santorini sunk into the ocean. So what you have left when you look on a map is the caldera of the volcano of Santorini.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Actually, they say that volcanic eruption is what produced the lost city of Atlantis. So lots of Greek mythology around this as well.
Wow. Okay, I have another question. Did she say we sail only at night and during the day we are on land?
In most scenarios, except on this day from where we are sailing from Crete to Santorini.
Okay. All right. All right. I have another question for you. What I have Jody Phil saying, what did he say? What is the best and most popular place in Greece to enjoy?
Oh my gosh. Well, so that's a hard question. There are so many places to choose from, and there's so many parts of Greece that make it so special. It offers history. It offers incredible beaches. It offers amazing food. So there's not one place. That's why this cruise is so amazing, because it shows all the best sides of Greece.
Okay. All right. That's a great answer. Now, we have a lot of customers. I know you have a lot of friends. Cruising is very romantic. You know, they want to go out. They want to get to the sandy beaches. They want to do adult things. Okay. What would you consider the most romantic island in Greece?
Well, it's definitely got to be Santorini. And the way that we do Santorini is actually teeing you up to probably have the most romantic night of your life, if that's what you're looking for.
Oh, yeah.
Because we get to Santorini at 4:30 in the afternoon. And the place where people want to get to is called Ia Village. Now, it's spelled O-I-A. My mouth doesn't make natural Greek pronunciations because you would never guess that's how you say that. Ia. Right. So this is the iconic spot from all the postcards with the blue domes and the whitewashed walls. And we have an optional excursion that will take you from the port to Ia, where you get about an hour and a half of free time to wander around. There's no cars. It's all little winding alleyways and staircases that lead you to new incredible views. And you will take more pictures than you've ever taken in your life, and none of them will do it justice. So you get about an hour and a half of free time there. And then we will get on the coach and take you to the village of Fira, which is also another beautiful spot on Santorini. It's like probably one of the biggest villages on the island. And it's also where the cable car is that you take back down to get to the cruise ship. Now, from Fira, you can have a lovely dinner. You can have drinks and stay out late because we're there until 2:00 in the morning. Wow. So you can watch the best sunset of your life. If you're an independent traveler, you can even, catch a taxi and go to explore some other parts of the island. We have some other optional excursions too, depending on what your interests are. Or for me, in Santorini, you can just pick your spot at a cafe, on a restaurant, on a cliff, and sit there and stare into space and just watch paradise.
All right. So we have some new viewers. Let me go back over it again. Kelly is from Celestial Cruises, worldwide known for Greece and Greek islands. She is going over the itinerary for a 1 week, 7-day Greek cruise for under $1,000, leaving from Athens, and especially for Tripping with Tim and the cruise man. So I'll let you continue. I had another question come in. Are these cruises year round or are they seasonal?
So the particular itinerary that I'm walking you through right now operates from the end of April to about the middle of October. But
Okay.
Greece is definitely a year-round destination, and Celestial has other itineraries that we operate in the fall and the spring and the winter. For example, in the winter, we go to places like Egypt and Israel and Cyprus.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's back up because we have a lot of people who would like to go to Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about that. Well, let's finish this and then let's go back to that because we have a lot of people that want to go to Egypt.
Sure.
Okay, so how long does the boat stay in Egypt?
1 full day, and the whole day is included. We take care of everything for you.
Okay, so we'll get back to that. But
Okay.
let's move on to the next leg of this $1,000 trip.
So we just have 2 places left.
Okay.
So Mykonos is the next stop, and Mykonos is definitely one of the most popular islands in Greece. And
Right.
we are there from 8 a.m. until 2 o'clock in the morning. So you have more than a full day to take in all of Mykonos.
Right.
And this is like a very bohemian, cosmopolitan island. You hear about a lot of celebrities going to Mykonos. Like Mykonos has legendary nightlife, so we stay there late, so you get a little taste of that because it definitely comes alive after the sun goes down.
Okay.
There's tons of restaurants and bars, sunset bars that you can go to. There's a whole area known as Little Venice because the Venetians built a lot of Mykonos, actually. And there's all these old boat houses that they've transformed into restaurants and bars along the seawall. So it's super scenic and beautiful. I just got to come back and I did an excursion there that I loved. If you're into Greek mythology, there's actually an island right next to Mykonos called Delos, and the whole island is an archaeological park. And they say that this is where the Greek gods, siblings and twins, Apollo and Artemis, were born. And Apollo was one of the gods that ancient Greeks came from all over to worship his sanctuary on the island of Delos. And it was just unbelievable. It was an incredible archaeological site, one of my favorite ones I've ever seen, I think, in the world. So if you're into Greek mythology, Delos is a must while you're in Mykonos.
Okay, I have a question that just came in. How long has Celestial been around?
Yeah, so we've actually been around since 2014, but we are part of a larger group of like family of travel brands that's been around for 85 years. So we have are part of the very long tradition of operating in the Eastern Mediterranean.
Wow, well, 2014, that's nice. I mean, you guys are fresh, you guys are new, and you're fresh and new. So they have the right person at the right time. So that's good. Okay, so let's continue on with the itinerary.
Let's see. The last stop is Milos. That's the one I described to you guys already, where you can go swimming through the caves and have like, this is your kind of chill out, take it all in, relax, have a day in the sun day. And then you head back to Athens. So the cruises are Saturday to Saturday. Normally what I recommend doing is leaving the United States on Thursday. You get to Athens on Friday. So at least you can explore, see the Acropolis, and then Saturday afternoon you board your cruise.
Wow, that is amazing advice. That is amazing advice. Okay, I have a couple of more questions. Are you guys kids friendly? Because a lot of people need to travel with their children. So tell us about what you guys have for the children.
Yeah, we are family and kid friendly, but I think it's all depending on what you're looking for. Because remember, with us, you're pretty much always in port. So it's about, are your kids going to enjoy exploring these destinations, seeing ancient cities and archaeological sites and really cool places, because it's not really about the activities on board. You're hardly on board. You pretty much just sleep on the ship. So it's about whether your kids are going to enjoy an immersive experience like that.
Okay. Megan Harris just asked, how much is this trip? Megan, you're late, so we have to fill you in. This entire 7-day cruise from Saturday to Saturday is under $1,000, doesn't include the flights. So you have to fly to Athens, board, and everything you've heard is included for $1,000. Plus you get 2 excursions. So that's a long thing. That is a good deal. Now, Mr. Reggie Hennigan, home team, he's just asking, how long is the flight round trip?
Oh man, it all depends.
From New York.
It's around like 9 to 10 hours. It kind of all depends.
Okay, Reggie, is going to be 9 to 10 hours. I can get that flight information for you. No problem, Reggie. Okay, so all right, now, so we finished with that, okay? But what I wanted to do for our viewers is talk a little bit about the Egypt cruise, because that's somewhere I've always wanted to go. My uncle Richard McDonald was on here, and he did a whole fabulous Egypt thing a few years ago. It was amazing. So tell us a little bit about that cruise that actually goes to Egypt in the winter time. And to answer one other question, Miss Maxwell, this particular cruise she's referring to goes from April to October. Now, okay.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, so the itinerary that goes to Egypt is called the 3 continents, because you're literally going to 3 continents in 7 nights. Wow. Europe, Asia, and Africa. It's an amazing, like, this is the trip of a lifetime. So you go from Athens. We do have one at sea day on this cruise, because we have to sail all the way from Athens down to Egypt. You can go to the spa, go to the casino, relax, because gear up, because you're going to have some big days back to back that are just going to make your head spin. So we're literally in Egypt from early in the morning until about 10 o'clock at night. And we make Egypt very easy for our guests, because we don't want you to be stressed or have to worry about anything on this day in Egypt. So this is where the first included excursion is. The whole day is included. You go to the pyramids, you go to the Sphinx, and you go to the Archaeological Museum in Cairo, and we include lunch for you. So we take care of the whole day, so you don't have to stress about anything there.
Oh, wow. Now, that is a great excursion, because everyone, when they embark in Egypt, they're going to want to go to see the Sphinx. They're going to want to go to the pyramids. So that's great that this is included.
Yep. And then, as if that day is not a big enough bucket list destination, the next day you go to the Holy Land. So we go to Israel. We port in the port of Ashdod, and we're there all day, another long day. And we do leave this day open, because different people want to go to Israel for different reasons. They have different topics and ideas they want to explore there. But having been to Israel, I have to say that Jerusalem is like the most fascinating city I think I've ever been. And so we do have a full day optional excursion that you can add on to your trip that goes to Jerusalem and Bethlehem. Now, Jerusalem is like going back in time. You get to see the 3 major religious sites: the Western Wall, Al-Aqsa Mosque, and the Dome of the Rock, and the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, all within walking distance of each other. It's like mind-blowing. It's incredible history going through Jerusalem. And then, of course, going to Bethlehem, where the Church of the Nativity is. It's an epic day. So those are 2 big back-to-back days that you get to check off your bucket list on this itinerary. The next day is much more low-key. We go to Limassol, Cyprus, which is a very laid-back, beautiful town. And there's some different sites you can explore. You can go on this optional excursion, we offer to the archaeological site of Curium and also to this really tiny little beautiful village, which is like the winemaking region of Cyprus. So you can do some wine tasting, eat a delicious lunch. It's like a very chilled out, like hidden gem stop on the itinerary.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, Kelly, you are amazing. Celestial Cruises is amazing. A lot of our customers, they hadn't heard of it. Leifer Anderson is on now. What's up, Leaf? Shannon Briggs, two-time heavyweight champion, is on here. I don't know if you heard of Shannon Briggs, but he's on here. He's the two-time heavyweight champion. Megan Harris just chimed in. Reggie Hennigan is on here. So this has been great to get the information, and I think we may have some potential sales on this thread. So I will be in touch with you. And this has been amazing, and your energy is infectious.
It makes me look. This is just how it is, because Greece truly is this special of a destination. That's how I feel about it.
Wow, and I believe our viewers tonight feel the same. And like I said, you've been wonderful. So I'm going to be looking for a fam very shortly, because I want a fam. And for those who don't know, a fam means the travel agent gets a big discount. So
Tim, you got to put together a group now with all of your friends.
Yes, I do. I do have to put a Greek group together. Maybe we can give them about 12 months and do something next year in 2023. I think that would be amazing. My family would like to go after hearing this. This is great work. And Miss Cordero, Shanika Cordero, just chimed in. Miss Pamela Myers Simmons is on. What Miss Kelly? Since you guys are a little late, I was gonna wrap it up, but a lot of people jumped back on. So what we're gonna do? Kelly is gonna tell you about the $1,000 7-day cruise out of Athens. Just go through the ports again and the excursions again, and then I'll let you get back to your dinner. I know.
Yeah, I mean, we have this amazing itinerary that's operating all summer long, and everyone is itching to get back out and see the world after COVID. And Greece is the best destination to get started with, because, especially with us, because we show you Greece in a very immersive way and convenient way that just gives you the best experience, really maximizing your time and your dollars. So all of the cruise starts and ends in Athens, and it really does show you the best of the Greek islands. It goes from Athens, you fly to Athens, Greece. You head to the northern town of Thessaloniki, which is the second largest city in Greece, and get to explore the Byzantine culture and, of course, the huge food scene. You go to Kuşadası, Turkey, where the ancient ruins of Ephesus are, and that excursion is included automatically for you in your cruise fare. You go to the incredible medieval island of Rhodes, where you have your second included excursion, going to the Acropolis of Lindos. You got to go up almost 300 steps to the very top, and the payoff is huge, because you will see the Temple of Athena dating back to about 300 BC in the Aegean Sea, shades of blue you've never even seen before. You will go to the island of Crete, which is the largest of all the Greek islands, and about 40% of the island of Crete is covered in olive trees. So huge producer of olive oil, olives, all olive products, wine. And you really can take advantage of getting into the beautiful Cretan countryside while you're there, or explore the ancient Minoan civilization, which is the first civilization on the entire continent of Europe. We go to the incredible, magical, romantic Santorini, where you can see those iconic blue domes from the village of Ia. We go to Mykonos, which is kind of like the party island. You get a whole day there from 8 a.m. until 2 o'clock in the morning, and you will be able to take in so much, whether you want to go to the beach or explore some more Greek mythology, do some shopping. You could do some real damage in Mykonos. There's so much to do. And of course, last is my favorite, the tiny island, volcanic island of Milos, where you can spend a beautiful day out on the water, swimming in the clearest, most turquoise water you've ever seen, and visiting some of the most beautiful beaches in the world.
Well, Milos, is that the island where you swim through the caves?
Yeah. Yes.
Wow, that is amazing. So we caught everyone up, and thank you for going through that again for the benefit of the viewers. You've been amazing again, and we got to have you on again.
Okay.
So we're going to have you on again, Kelly.
All right, Tim.
Okay.
Thank you for having me. Good night, everyone. I hope to see you in Greece this summer.
Well, hold on. I have to send you out with your music now.
Okay.
I have to send you out with your music. All right? You ready?
I'm ready. All right. Good night, everyone.